So then from there, another color story that is, this is definitely a more advanced painting. I would say this is first grade into second grade. And with this one, this is a horizon painting. And, you know, they learned how color reacts together, but now they're learning how to make color do what they want it to. Now this painting, we took, I'm going to try and get it so you can see the whole picture here. We took the top 2/3 and painted it yellow. And then from there, we also did a small strip down here at the bottom of yellow. We put the blue in there to kind of make it nice and brilliant. And then from that blue came the color wash over that yellow, and then we got the green. And then from there, you've also got the green strip on the top. Now here you're being really careful not to make a ton of mud, but you're going to then introduce the orange over, and that's before you make the peak, but you're introducing the orange or the red, and that will then fade into the upper part of the sky and show just the different colors as the red then meets the yellow for the horizon. And then to make the peak of the mountain, we just then drew all the colors together with our paintbrush. We kind of took this action where we just pulled all of the color up and down and shaped it. And then when we wanted to kind of make it look like there was snow here at the top, I don't know how well you can see that, it's lighter at the top. But when we wanted to kind of make it look like there was snow, I just got my brush really dry and lifted color off. There was no paint or anything on my brush. We just kind of lifted color off of our paper. And that really made it pulled out the white from the paper a little bit more. So that's a really simple horizon painting. And then I'm just going to show some trees. And simple trees, this one's actually one that I did. And the way to make the tree, and this also doubles as a creation story painting, this is a fall tree, and the way it doubles as a creation story painting is the center, you would paint the center yellow, and then you would keep a good distance, not a huge amount, but a good distance between the blue then along the outside and the yellow in the center. So as a creation day painting, you've got kind of this spark of life happening. And you could stop right there if you were doing a creation day painting if you wanted. Now to bring it into a tree, we took the red then and we pulled the red in that same motion that we did for the mountain. We pulled that red up and through to make our tree. And because we had the yellow from the background here and you've got the blue here and then the red, you're mixing those together, and that's really bringing all of the colors together to make brown. And so that's really how you can make those colors. Then what we did is we stippled in yellow and red for falling leaves. We did some green down here. We did some roots on our tree. So this is, I think this was mine. This is a young child's tree. And don't expect a ton from them in the beginning, you know, or from yourself. Be really kind to yourself. This is the first tree you've done, then, you know, be really kind to yourself. You might not like it when it's done, but I always try to put the date on there, especially for my own. So if I'm going to be painting something over and over again, I can kind of watch myself and watch how my technique improves. But this is one that I saw the idea for on the website, the website Teaching Handwork at blogspot.com is I think her web address. And this is one that she did for, I'm thinking maybe 5th grade botany, but because again it's just mixing color, I think you could absolutely do it with a younger child. You could even do it with Old Testament studies, Adam and Eve and the Garden of Eden kind of thing. And the way we accomplished this painting is we did blue across the top, yellow across the bottom, and then I brought red through here to make the tree branch, and then again mixing yellow into where the blue was to put together the leaves, and then mixing red in with the yellow to bring it forward for the fruit. So we just did a couple of these. This is one that I did, and I think I've got a child's one here. I think this was one that my daughter did. So, you know, and really you just have to play with the intensity of it and how you want the color to look. And then this is the last one I'm going to show you before we actually start painting. I just really wanted to give you a lot of different ideas on what you could do, you know, as far as painting lessons go. Now we paint together as a family at least once a week, and then I do try to do something from each of their lessons as well. So these were pumpkins that we just did. Now pumpkin, again, just really easy using those 3 colors. We did the entire page in a wash of yellow, and then we brought in green at the bottom for grass, and we brought in orange or red at the top for the pumpkin, and we shaped the pumpkin. This is one my daughter did, and she'd probably be pretty mortified if she knew that I was showing it because she thinks it looks more like a tomato, but I think it was a pretty good pumpkin. It was her first one. This is an adult one, and really you can just play with the colors to get the intensity that you want. And then this is another adult painting. And really, again, when you look at the pumpkin, I don't know how well the webcam can show a lot of it, but to make the ridges on a pumpkin so that you can really see the ridges defined, again, just get your brush good and dry and pick up color. So those are just some ideas on other paintings that you can do. Now we're going to get started on the painting for today. If you're watching in the aftermath and it's your painting, please email us and tell us so that we can give you credit. But it may, again, just be a popular painting. This was our practice painting that we did earlier. And if you can see the form, I can go backwards here. So here's the person and their arm, oops, other way, and they're looking down at a baby. And so it can be a nativity, it can be the birth of light, it can be, we were talking about it being a good painting for brigade. You can make it a brigade painting and have her looking down at the spark or the flame. You could use greens and blues instead of reds and oranges, and do a springtime painting and do the same sort of idea. I often talk to myself. You know, I have to. If I don't talk to myself, then I would never get used to being on the radio. So we're using yellow, again, across the top. And it's going to have more intensity on the outside than on the inside. Is everybody along with it? I know you really wanted to see my face up that close, didn't you? I hope I'm giving somebody a good laugh today. My husband thinks I'm crazy.
I can tell you I'm hungry for Italian.
Oh, Tammy says she's hungry for Italian. You know what? We have this wonderful pizza place here, Tammy. Have you been? Well, I brought you Franco's pizza that time,
you did.
Remember?
Oh, that was good.
Yep.
Good stuff.
I wouldn't do Papa John's ever again. Franco's is cheaper and not necessarily faster. You're hungry for Italian, though, because you smell basil and garlic from my kitchen.
Garlic, yeah.
Yep. The garlic's getting to her, ladies. You may not talk about pizza. That's what Mel tells us on the theme. She says, we can't talk about pizza right now. Too bad. I'm talking about it. Okay. So I don't know if you can see my painting. Can you guys see my painting at all? Are you guys all right? If you're okay, say something in the chat box. Okay, just checking. Hi.
Ask them how many are actually painting.
Yeah, who's painting? Is Mel, are you the only one painting with us?